morning, children. In this chapter, tenths and hundredths. Now we are going to learn how to add two decimal numbers or more than two decimal numbers. And also we are going to learn how to subtract two decimal numbers. It is very important, beta. You know why? Because when we buy two or more than two things, so we have to pay money in rupees and paisa. So what do we use? We use a decimal in rupees and paisa. So we should know how to add two or more than two decimal numbers. And similarly, we should also know how to subtract two or more decimal numbers. Now children, it is very easy. It is like normal addition and normal subtraction, but you have to pay attention to one small thing. And in this video, I am going to teach you about that. Right? Come, let's do first with the help of the figures which I have made, and next we will learn it mathematically. Okay, come, let's do addition of decimals. Look at this figure. In this figure, it has been divided into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this part represents 4 out of 10 or 0.4. And this evenly shaded part, this represents 3 out of 10 or 0.3. Now we want to find out how much of the figure is shaded in either of the ways, in this way and this way. So we are going to add these two. So 0.4 plus 0.3 is actually 7 parts out of the 10 equal parts. So 7 upon 10, which is equal to 0.7. So children, 4 is at the 10th place and 3 is also at the 10th place. At 1's place we have 0. So when we add the 10th place's digits, we get 0.7 as the answer. Look at this figure. It has been divided into 100 equal parts. Now these 4 parts have been shaded in a different manner. We want to add these 4 parts with these 26 parts. These are 26 parts. So 4 upon 100 plus 26 upon 100. Now 4 upon 100 means 0.04. We change the fraction to decimal. So these parts, these represent 0.04, and this evenly shaded parts, they represent 0.26. So when we add these two, we get 0.30. So it means 30 parts out of the 100 equal parts. So these are 30 parts out of the 100 equal parts. So this is how we add decimals. Now for subtraction of decimals. Now first of all, we divided this figure into 100 equal parts and we shaded 60 parts evenly. You can see that 60 parts have been shaded. Now 60 out of 100 means 0.60. Now we want to subtract these 37 parts. These are 37 parts. 37 parts we want to subtract out of these 60 parts. So 37 upon 100, which is 0.37. And these are the remaining parts. These are the remaining parts. So you can see they are 23. I'll just count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 out of 100 are left, which is equal to 0.23. Okay, now look at this figure. It has been divided into 10 equal parts, and out of 10 parts, 5 parts were shaded evenly. So 5 upon 10 or 0.5 was there. Then we shaded these 3 parts in a separate way, and we want to take out these 3 parts out of these all shaded parts. So 3 out of 10, 3 upon 10, which is equal to 0.3. So 0.5 minus 0.3 is equal to 0.2. These two parts are the remaining parts, 2 out of 10. So this is how we subtract decimals. Now addition and subtraction of decimals, I am going to explain it to you mathematically. Addition of decimals. Let us take an example. 2.45 plus 75.09 plus 93.2. If we have to add these three numbers, we have to take care of the places. For instance, 2 is at 1's place. Here 4 is at 10th place. 5 at 100th place. Here 5 at 1's place. 7 at 10's place. 0 at 10th place. 9 at 100th place, and so on. Before adding, we will just write the places. Now when we will write the numbers, we will write according to their places. For instance, 2.45, 75.09, 93.2, and we will add them up simply like we add normally. Now children, where there is no digit, we can put a 0 there. Now 9 and 5 is 14, 4, 1 carry over, 4 and 1 5 and 2 7. Decimal will come under decimal. 5 and 3 8 and 2 10, 0 1. 9 and 1 10 and 7 17. The answer is 170.74. Now the mistake which the children make, they make it at this point. Instead of writing 75.09, many children write down 75.9, which is absolutely wrong. Now children, if we have a number 23 or 203 or 2003, these three numbers are different from each other. We don't ignore the zeros which are lying in between the non-zeros digits. So, same way, we cannot ignore this 0. This must come at the 10th place because in the Question also, it is there at the 10th place. Let us take one more example. 35.06 plus 89 plus 5.7. Now we will write down the places, ones, tens, tenth and hundredth. So the first number we will write like this, 35.06. Children, you have to remember that the point will come between the ones and the 10th place. Now the next number is 89. You cannot see any point here in number 89. 9 is at the ones place and 8 is at the tens place. So we will write 89 here and 0.00 we will write, showing that there is no fractional part in 89. 89 is a whole number and there is no fractional part in 89. And after that we will write 5.7 like this, 5.7, and we are going to add the numbers. And where there is no digit, we will put a 0. Now children, it is simple addition. 6 plus 0 plus 0 will give 6. 0 plus 0 plus 7 will give 7. Point will come here. 5 and 5, 10 and 9, 19. 9, 1 carryover. 8 and 3, 11 and 1, 12. So the answer is 129.76. Let us take one more example. 35.06 plus 421.9 plus 0.73. Now children, this time I will not write the places and I will just write the numbers one under the other like this. 35.06, 421.9. Here children, please see, this decimal has come under this decimal. And the third number is 0.73. Now if you will see, this is ones, this is tens, and this is 100. This is tenth and this is 100th. So children, the most important thing which we must take care of is that we must write the digits in their correct places. Now here there is nothing, so we can put a 0 here, a 0 here and a 0 here. Now we will simply add 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 6, 1 carryover. Point will come under point. 5 and 1, 6 and 1, 7. 3 and 2, 5. And 4 plus 0 is 4. So the answer is 457.69. Subtraction of decimals. Children, even subtraction is like normal subtraction. Only we have to take care of the places of the given decimal numbers. For example, there is a decimal number 68.03 minus 49.7. So we will write it like this: 68.03 49.7. See children, the most important thing is point should come under point. Now there is nothing over here, so we put a 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. Now 7 cannot be subtracted from 0, so we'll have to borrow. This becomes 7 and this becomes 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. Again 9 cannot be subtracted from 7, so we have to borrow. This becomes 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So you can see children, it is just like normal borrowing and normal subtraction which we have been doing. And the answer is 18.33. Let us take another example. 56 minus 23.42. Now children, 56 is a whole number. There is no decimal part or there is no fractional part in 56. So we can write 56 as 56.00. 6 is at ones place, 5 is at tens place, and at 10th and 100th place we have zeros. Okay, let us write down the next number, 23.42. And now we have to subtract. Now 2 cannot go from 0, so we will have to borrow. This 0 will borrow from here. This becomes 5 and this becomes 10. When this 0 will borrow, this becomes 9 and this becomes 10. Now 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 4 is 5. Decimal will come under decimal. 5 minus 3 is 2. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So the answer is 32.58. Now, very common mistake which the children make is to forget these zeros. They forget these zeros and sometimes they copy 0.42 here. They copy it here and then it is wrong. So please don't make that mistake. 56 means 56.00. Both of them mean the same. Let us take one more example. 78.24 minus 49. So we will write 78.24. Now children, again 49 is a whole number. There is no fractional part or decimal part. So we will write 49 as 49.00. Now 4 minus 0 is 4. 2 minus 0 is 2. 9 cannot be subtracted from 8, so we have to borrow. This becomes 6 and this becomes 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. 6 minus 4 is 2. One last example we will take. This is 700.09 minus 80.5. Now 700.09, 80.5. Now wherever there is no digit, we will put a 0. And children, you have seen that the decimal comes under the decimal every time we are doing addition or subtraction. We have to take care. Now 9 minus 0 is 9. 5 cannot be subtracted from 0, so we need to borrow. We will borrow from here. This becomes 6 and this becomes 10. This becomes 9 and this becomes 10. Again this becomes 9 and this becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Here we will have decimal. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. And 6 minus 0 is 6. So the answer is 619.59. I hope children you would have understood how to do addition and subtraction of decimal. Only remember one thing. If there is number like 23.07, it is not same as 23.7. These two numbers are absolutely different. So you cannot delete this 0. You cannot omit this 0 on your own sweet will. So you have to be very, very careful. Please practice as many sums as possible for addition and subtraction of decimals. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.